But let me... First of all, I wish we had a longer truck for I could put the bargaining table on the truck who has been in a hotel for the last 10 weeks. Speaking on behalf of our members, speaking on behalf of all workers that work for Air Canada, this is a struggle with our membership at Local 2002, but it's also a struggle with flight attendants that are here today. It's a struggle with pilots that are here today. It's a struggle with machinist workers that are here today. This is a struggle of all workers, and our bond of solidarity is clear. In the last few days, we have got mountains of support from major unions across the country, emphasizing the need to support each other, because what was said earlier is the demand on our security relative to pensions is unprecedented, brothers and sisters. Pensions just aren't about the members that we have in the crowd here today that have paid into those pension plans, that have bargained in the last 30 years pension security, and then the boss halfway through a pension program say the cards aren't feeling very good for people to retire. Brothers and sisters, everybody that goes to work each and every day wants a fair wage, wants a fair benefit, and is entitled to pension security, and is entitled... And that isn't just Air Canada workers. All workers in this country deserve pension security, because there's a correlation between good pension plans, a good standard of living, and then opportunities for young people in the future that want to work for good wages and benefits. In a high unemployment time that we're faced here today, there's lots of people that want jobs, but they want to work in respect. They want to work in dignity. They want good wages. They want good benefits, and they want the security of a good pension income. So, brothers and sisters, I want to thank everybody for their support, for their solidarity, for their friendship. On behalf of the bargaining committee, my message to you today, on behalf of the CAW, we are going to work hard in the next 3 days as we did in the last 3 months. We are going to try to find a fair deal, a reasonable deal, a deal that our members can feel good about and feel respectful about moving forward. But at the end of the day, it really is up to the employer to understand that Air Canada over the last 10 years has improved productivity 75%. Air Canada has improved productivity 75%. So, brothers and sisters, let me ask you, when you improve productivity 75%, does that mean members have adapted to change? Does that mean members understand change is inevitable? Yes, it does. But it also means that they should share in that productivity and not be asked to continue to take less. So to Air Canada, I remember the days. I remember the days as a young representative when the management folks said, if you work with us on productivity, we will work to maintain good wages, good benefits, and good pension security. Today they got productivity, they got a workforce that has made sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice the last 10 years, but when is enough, and we're saying on 11:59 on Monday night, if we don't have a deal, we will use the collective power of our membership, the collective power of our voice. So brothers and sisters, if you can bear with me for a minute, I want to say to the Air Canada customers, we respect you like you would not believe. We did not make the sacrifices of the last decade. We didn't make the productivity improvements because we didn't think about customers. Every single day, the members of the CAW, Pilots Association, flight attendants, think about those that patronize Air Canada. And I would ask you to recognize that when we're fighting for decent wages, pensions, and pension security, This is also a fight for you. And unfortunately, there may be some inconveniences. Unfortunately, there may be some planes that are obviously delayed. Obviously, there might be cancellations. So I want to say to the Air Canada patrons, the CAW is going to work incredibly hard in the next 3 days in your interest. We're going to work as hard as we possibly can to get a fair deal to make sure that you're not inconvenienced. But if Air Canada decides that our members should work without getting the respect they deserve, the dignity they deserve, the fair wage that's on the bargaining table, we will have no choice but to withdraw our labor. I would ask the Air Canada customers to recognize and understand it's about their future too, because when you sit on that plane, if you go down in pensions in this particular area, then there's nobody with a pension that will have a security moving forward. So I say that to the Air Canada folks. I say this to all CEOs, both public and in the private sector. You cannot pad your pockets with millions and millions and millions of dollars in wages, millions and millions and millions of dollars of stock options, $5 million retainer bonus just to promise not to quit in the 8-9 months. Then lecture those that at the maximum level makes $45,000 a year, and then say, by the way, we should have less full-time workers and more precarious workers to survive in this tough industry. To all of the CEOs, talk about equality, talk about respect, talk about decency, talk about the productivity improvements that have been made over the last decade. Talk about the quality of the workforce. Talk about the age of the workforce that gave their heart and soul to this company. Do not talk about exploiting workers anymore. So brothers and sisters, we leave here today united. A flight attendant needs good wages and benefits. The pilots need respect and dignity. The security forces in this workplace that are actually working at the lowest wages of all levels. And then our members at 2002. We are in this fight together, brothers and sisters. And like I said, on behalf of the bargaining committee, your voice today is important. When you said to the bargaining committee, 98% of the members, think about this, brothers and sisters, 85% of the membership voted. 98% of them had one message to the employer, that if we have to withdraw our labor, we will. 98% of the people support their union. So in my closing remarks, some of the media said, what do you achieve here? You know what you achieve here? For 3 months, 10 lonely bargaining committee members have looked at the boss face to face, have pushed the workers' agenda, have talked about the issues that were filled out on a priority sheet to get little attention from the boss. Today, when we go back to the bargaining table this afternoon, we are going to clearly say that the voices of the membership of 2002 were strong today. The support of the unions around the country is strong today. The strong support and desire for us to get a collective agreement is real. But brothers and sisters, there's only one person that can decide whether we have a strike, and that's the employer. If the employer wants a strike, they'll stay on their proposals. If they don't want a strike, as of 5 o'clock today, they will hear your collective voice, your collective need to be treated with decency and respect. And if they're not, we will be here at 11:59 on Monday night to greet our members, support our members, and defend our members. Thank you, brothers and sisters.